Hello, everybody. Oops, dropping things now. All right, so we're just gonna start waiting for people to come on. Hello, everybody. Hello, the J-Man. Trust you to be the first one here. But hey, guys, everybody that's joining in. It is almost 7 p.m. and we'll be going live with the man himself, head chef, Chef 187. I'm so excited and I'm so nervous as well. I have to put it out there that I've actually never met him. Hey, Jet Fun Francis, how are you? Yeah, so I've never met Mr. 187. And to say that I am a fan would be a very big understatement. I am a huge fan, and yeah, so I'm very excited to talk to him this evening. We want to just have a good time. So if there are any questions that you'd like me to ask him, in case we have time at the end of the interview, I will definitely throw those in. So let's just give it a few more minutes. Let's wait for everybody else to join us. Let's wait for the man himself to get on. I don't know how's the network where I am? Testing internet. Wherever it is that you're watching me from, please let me know. Can you hear me? How's the network? Is my internet working okay? Because I know that since it turned off, the Wi-Fi might go off. I need it to come back on, but hopefully I'm still here and you can still... Frozen. I'm frozen? Yes. Am I back on? Okay. All right. So... It's all good. All right. Okay. So yes, just a few more minutes. A few more seconds. I think at this point it's a few more seconds. So I'm just waiting for him to join on, and then we'll get right into the conversation. How many of you have bought Mr. 187's? Yeah. So let me know if you've purchased his music before. Kasin Mulenga, hi, how you doing? I hope you're good. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. This is so Skark. I hope I pronounced that right. But yeah, so all right, here. Let's just wait for him to connect. I'm so excited, guys. So if you've got those questions, if there are things that you want to know, now's the time. Hey, it's the man himself. How you doing?
Very fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I was just telling everybody that I'm so excited and nervous because we've never met, but I'm a huge fan, like I'm sure I've told you before.
Oh yeah. You did mention last time we spoke, I think.
How was your trip down? I know that you traveled today. How was that?
It was all right. It was all right. It was okay. It could have been better. Yeah, it could have obviously been better, but I also feel like
Okay. That's good then. So let's get right into it. So we're gonna start with something that is obviously your bread and butter. It's something that you do on a regular basis, and that is selling music in Zambia. Mm-hmm. For starters, how has been your experience from when you started and where you are right now?
Okay, so right now I have about 4 albums to my name. If we were to include the deluxe, the one that dropped today, that makes it 5. But I guess Kashi Deluxe in a new album. Yeah, so I've got like okay. So I've got like basically 4 albums to my name. So the first album, I never made anything in terms of album sales.
At all.
Nothing, not even 50 kwacha.
Guys!
No, okay. The album was on the market, and yeah, it was on the market, and people bought it. I think a considerable number of people went out to buy the album, but
Okay.
like me personally, I never got not even a ngwe from that album. It was that
So
bad.
when did you finally make some money?
I think I made money off my second album, which was Heart of a Lion. So we were doing it independently as Copala Swag. So what we did was we partnered with Sounds Investments. Yes, so that's how we distributed. Otherwise, it was obviously difficult to get the music online and push for online sales.
Right.
Yes. So with my third album, the Amnesia album, is when we finally now got to sell music online. Like we distributed it through these digital online platforms. Sorry. And also partnered with Sounds Investment. It was the same with Bon Appetit. So I think I am not exactly correct, but I think Bon Appetit did way better than Amnesia album in terms of album sales.
I don't know. Sorry, Shefi, I don't know if it's just me, but the last few sentences were breaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can get you louder.
My internet connection.
I can get you louder.
I don't know if everybody who's watching, can you hear the chef right now? Is it just me? Should I move? I just want to see if okay, anyway. So when you made the decision to go digital, was this something that you figured because you're moving with the times, or was this another option for you to make extra revenue? Why was that important for you to do at the time?
Okay, personally, I think what made me like really push for my music to be online. I used to get a lot of fans from outside Zambia saying, but how do we access the music? You keep on talking about physical copies which are down in Zambia, but what about
Okay, I don't know if it's me that's frozen. Like Zambian internet is just anyway. I'm back. There you are. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So when you found out, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, so I was trying to say what pushed me to get my music online was actually people from outside Zambia. Yeah, so I thought it was a wise move to just get my music online, and also since the company I was partnering with in terms of distribution of my physical copies was only in Lusaka and Copperbelt, I thought it was wise to have like a platform that allows people to get music online from all over Zambia just by going on their mobile phones.
Right. And then came Mbesesari. Woo! This is us. And you know, when we started this journey, we were obviously hopeful. We were very hopeful about what people were going to do, if people were going to buy Zambian music, because Jeremy Twambo and I are people that are very passionate about Zambian music. So it was very important for us to put on the Zambian artist. So at what
Exactly.
point did you need much convincing? Was it like, okay, it's a Zambian platform? Do you need to think about it very much? Be honest.
I was, to tell you the truth, when I put out my third album, the Amnesia album, I had a lot of
Yeah.
trouble getting to distribute the album like all across Zambia. So when a platform like Mvesesani came through, somehow I was a bit skeptical, but I thought it was worth the try because by that particular point, I had so much trouble getting to distribute my music. So yeah, I tried it out and it actually worked. It actually
Yes,
worked.
it did.
Uh, not just for my for the album I put out, but also for my old music. Like I was able to
Exactly.
redistribute my old stuff, so it actually worked in
Right.
my favor.
And I'd like to put this out there. I don't know if my bosses are going to be mad at me, but when your album Bon Appetit was put onto our platform, our website crashed for the first time because of the insane amount of traffic we were getting.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and you were our top selling artist for almost a year. Nobody had
Mm-hmm.
beaten your sales. You had done something that nobody had done on our platform ever. You opened the
Mm-hmm.
door to a lot of things, Investesani wise, and we appreciate you. We're just so grateful that you
Is it?
decided
Is
to
it?
go on this journey with us. We love
Uh,
you. Tualimike
ah,
mabos.
oh, thank you so much.
So
I'm
yeah,
just happy to be. I am just happy to be part of something that is working. Because if that's how everyone is, I think everyone wants to
right.
be a part of
So
something that is
when you
going
did get
somewhere.
your Yeah, so when you did get your music on the platform and you got this favorable reception, like I said, you crashed our website. Was it what you were expecting? Was it better than you were expecting? Are you still there? Am I still there? It's raining here, so the internet might be a bit wonky right now.
Okay, so if I'm being honest, it exceeded my expectations. It wasn't something I was it wasn't something I was expecting. So yeah, it felt like something that I should stick with, something that a partnership that we should have even in the long run.
Yeah, we continue
Because
to grow
uh,
together. Yeah.
yes, when I first put my music on Investesani, it wasn't as developed as it is now. I think
Now.
some other facilities weren't accessible.
Mm,
Some facilities that people access now were not there then. So yeah, it's
that's
a
true.
partnership
That's
that
true.
I treasure so much, and I would want it to go on.
Let's do it. Let's keep going.
Uh-huh.
So,
Exactly.
we have people that obviously are supporting you already on our platform. They buy your music. Whenever you have put out music, they've been inquiring about the deluxe album, which is available. As soon as we're done with this, whoever's watching, if you haven't bought it yet, head on over to our website, www.vesasani.com, and get
Exactly.
yourself a copy. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It is a fire album. That's all that it is. So now, with that being said, there are certain people that still feel entitled because you're a Zambian musician and because they're Zambian. They still feel like they deserve to get your music for free. How do you
Okay.
deal with that?
Well, like we've been trying to get people to just enjoy Zambian music for the longest time. We've been
Mm-hmm.
trying to say, oh, the same way you enjoy Jay-Z's music, the same way you enjoy music from like our neighboring country. That this music people used to enjoy too much. The rumba music. That's the same way you can enjoy Zambian music. And what's better is that Zambian music is actually yours. Someone is telling Zambian stories, stories you can relate to.
Exactly.
So, uh, how I feel about people wanting to get the music for free. I think sometimes we can't really blame the people because they feel
Okay.
like what we've created. They are part of what we've created. Like this Chef 187 brand, people feel a part of it. So somehow there's a part of me that understands. You say, okay.
Right.
But I think it's also important to make people understand how this same music that people enjoy so much gets to be created and what it takes to actually have something like an album or just even a single. Like what it takes, the work it takes to have something like that. If people understood fully what it takes, then I don't think they would want to get it from. They would actually want to buy so that they complement my efforts. So I feel it's a matter. Yeah, we also have to do a lot of work just to let people know what goes on in these like studio sessions, for example.
Okay. So, you mentioned Jay-Z. He's one of the biggest rappers in the game. Hasn't
Exactly.
really done that much music lately, but his billions are just if it ain't get a 5 p.m. account.
He doesn't have to do any more music, if you
I need
ask
to
me.
do nothing. So do you ever feel like, are we ever going to reach that point in Zambian music where we see you zooming by in your Ferrari? Because this is why I do what I do. Me, I want to see you in your dream cars all the time. Do you think that we're doing enough to make sure that the artists are as appreciated as international acts?
Yeah, with the coming of platforms like Mvesesani, where people get to actually make money off music, like directly, not never Mumbad. As in Wabika Femi, you just put your music on the platform and you make money off it. So with the coming of platforms like Mvesesani, obviously, if that is no longer a far-fetched dream, nobody reality, Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So, like I will tell you one thing. When we put out the Bon Appetit album, the album from 2019, like after a month, someone from Vesisani called me to say, "Oh, we have your royalties from off the album." And I was expecting to get a call like maybe after 6 months or maybe 1 year or something.
Right, yeah. But not us.
After like a month, I got a call to say, "Hey, so how do we send the money?" I was like, "Wow, okay." So that's an indication that it's actually working. People can now make money off music directly, like I said, not necessarily Mumbai. So
right,
I'm
so we've
sure.
spoken about business.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I'm sure someone else is inspired by what you guys are doing, and they are going to come up with a similar platform. So at the end of the day, the more platforms like Ngesesani we have, the better for the industry.
That's right. All right, so like I was saying, we've spoken about business now. I warned you about these quick fire questions that I had, and you told me that I had free reign. So, I'm gonna ask you questions, and you can either give me a yes or no answer. When you want to give an explanation, yeah, it sounds simple. So where you want to give an explanation, you can give an explanation. But where you don't want to, Zisana, it's okay.
Great stuff.
Are you ready?
Great stuff. Great. Ready when you are.
All right, let's do it. Question number 1. Is your high school crush still hot?
Hey. Woo,
I like that answer. Why?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, all right. Have you ever been dumped?
I don't think so. No is the answer.
If you don't know Cash, then you've never been dumped. Because me, if you ask me, I've got answers. You got a paragraph.
I don't think I've been dumped before. If I've
Nice.
ever been dumped, this need akabati. In the month of a relationship, a cafetawish, and then they find that
Yeah,
dump.
and then they dump you. All right. Next question. Have you ever gotten so drunk that you couldn't walk?
Funny enough, I have. Yes.
Do you want to give an explanation?
No. We'll leave it there. I'll leave
Okay,
it there.
okay. Moving on. Have you ever dated a fan?
No. At least everyone I've ever dated claimed they didn't know me in some way, or they are not that into me. So yeah.
Okay.
Even
Um,
when I met my wife, she said
mhm.
she didn't really she didn't
The
really
boss in Charlie.
yeah, she said something like, "Oh, I knew about you, but I wasn't that much into you."
Ooh, okay, all right, okay, Mrs. We see you.
Hey,
All
Papa,
right. Next question.
mm.
Have you ever used your fame to get something free?
Hey, if I'm being a real person, if I'm being honest,
Mm,
yes,
mm-hmm.
obviously. How do you work for something? How do you work so hard for something and not let it work for you? So
I
obviously, obviously, I
okay.
think that
All right.
and more chef. He said, yeah.
All right. So now being the icon that you are, obviously you get a lot of love, but you also get some hate. Have you ever
Obviously.
been tempted? Have you ever been tempted to put some of these gossip pages on blast?
Yes. Sometimes you look at certain bloggers post something,
Hmm.
and you're just tempted to tell people to say, "Hey, Ngefi, the truth is actually this and not this." So
Have you
obviously,
ever?
all the time, but more especially when I see someone telling a lie about me, I'm always like
Mm.
tempted to just come out and say, why are you lying to the people? But it makes you look a certain way. So sometimes I'm that type of a person that would rather let it slide and let people believe what they want to believe, which is
I
not.
feel that that works better for you, actually.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I mean, when you give attention to certain things,
Uh-huh.
it kind of validates them in some way. So rather kuleko muntu ale isosha. So pala said, "Ako isosha." Dia should video, you know?
Ah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like the certain narratives when we were starting out. Quite fair, certain
Mm.
narratives where people say, "Oh, this person can't do this, no matter what." So, and then I let it slide, and I noticed to say, in the long run, that same narrative actually benefited me more than I thought it would.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I see. Nice one. All right, next question. Now, you've done a lot of collaborations with some artists that we know and some of them that we don't know.
Mhm.
Have you ever had to tone down your lyrics or fire them up when you hear the other artist's verse? You're like, and then you change your lyrics. Have you ever done that?
Not really, but there's certain times when you hear this particular person wants to do a song with you,
Hmm.
and maybe that person is someone that you hold to like very high esteem.
Yeah,
So the fact that you give them so much respect for what they do, you also want to step up your
right.
game just so you can
Yes.
be on the same wavelength as they are. Um, and also there are times when you look at the person you're collaborating with, and maybe let's say for example, if they're not so much into lyrics, because I'm one person that is very detailed. I always want to be very detailed with lyrics. So when I'm a lyrics singer, for example, I'll also maybe try to get on their level so that I can appeal to their as well. It's not all the time where you have to overcomplicate stuff. So sometimes you have to look at the person you're working with and try to be on their level as well. Be it up sometimes.
Okay. Okay, cool. My next question is, have you ever been blue ticked?
I've been blue ticked. I've been blocked before. Yeah, all the bad stuff. Blocked, ignored. Watuma, no none can no response. I'm like, you keep it moving.
Okay.
It happens to the best of us.
All right. Next one. Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Hey. You guys are new, so.
Okay, sliding right on.
Moving.
Next question.
But let me say something. Can I say something about your previous question? My WhatsApp status right now says this line is a business line.
Business,
so,
yes, I've seen that. What's the
you're not texting me for business. Enjoy the blue ticks. So that comes from a place where from a place where I know what it feels like to be like blue ticked. So I ended up at business.
It's like a blue tick band. All right. Okay, next question. Have you ever slid into the DMs?
We're living in the 21st century. Obviously, my relationship Hey, my relationship and then and then I noticed one thing. Sometimes as artists we've learned to yoine art yakuingira mu DM ya muntu and waamba some random story or try to get to persuade them to do something or be in a relationship with you or anything like that. We've mastered the art of doing that for business. There's a lot of collaborations that started out by just me getting into someone's DM. I'll give you an example. Yeah, on the Bon Appetit album, there's a song called It's Alright, which features Orezi. Yeah, I started out by just me going into his DM. And now we are friends and get to talk about music and other stuff and also get to collaborate. And I also say the same thing about my relationship with Calligraph Jones from Kenya. Just started out by me just going into his DM. So I am a DM.
I've just seen a comment here. I see that man is married. You will care you.
Yeah, otherwise
blue ticked. All right, okay. Moving on. I'm moving away from the personal now. Have you ever regretted putting out a song?
No.
No?
But
all the fire you put out, you're proud of?
Sorry?
I'm saying all the fire that you put out, you're proud of it?
Not really. Which is funny because there's some songs that I don't really like. I don't really like them. And then people would say, this is a nice song. Let's just put it out. And then we put it out, then it turns out to be a big song. Like right now, my biggest song throughout my career was is Foolish Me. My biggest song is a song called Foolish Me.
I love that song. Word for word, I know it's now in a competition.
So number Foolish Me of Yadi. I didn't like that song. I was forced to record it, and I was forced to
Wow.
put it out. And it turns out, up to now, it's like my biggest song.
It's definitely a
So
good song.
yeah, so there's certain songs that I don't like, but we still get to put it out.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had asked some people to come through and ask some questions if they wanted. And one of the most common questions that I was getting is, coming from such a talented, do you
No, I didn't. Can you
coming
just come
from such a
again?
talented family, do
Mm-hmm.
you feel extra pressure to stay relevant?
Not extra pressure, but I think it works to my advantage because
Mm-hmm.
for example, there's there's a time when it doesn't bother me as much if I don't have the most happening song. But as long as one of my siblings is doing good, I feel at peace. But at least this person is out there doing something. But
Right.
if I was the only one doing music in the family, I think I wouldn't really stay for a long time without having a fire song. Like I
Right.
almost like can't handle that. I almost like wouldn't handle that. Mhm.
Okay,
So
okay,
it
I
makes
hear
it
you. I
easy.
know I told everybody that it's a 30-minute interview and we've gone like I think we've gone 1 minute over. So before I let you go, I
Oh,
know that
is
you
it?
need to rest up. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
I know
yes.
you need to rest up and you need to get focused, head in the game and all of that. But I just wanted to say thank you for joining me on this live. I've had a great time.
Yeah,
So
me too. Me too. I definitely
so
had
big
fun.
ups to you. Yeah, so big ups to you. Keep doing what you do. And before I cut you off, you can just tell your people to go and buy the album. Go.
Oh, yes. So the Bona Kachinga na Ivera Bon and Bread. Right now, I can hardly. I have a hard time saying Bon Appetit. My mind goes to Bon and Bread.
Butter bread.
So Kadushi, Kachinga ni the Zambian show I twingina sana.
Yeah, I
But
didn't get a sound of
the the Bon Appetit Deluxe album is out, and I just want to explain what Deluxe is for my fans because people have been asking to say, and people have been asking me to say, but why are you selling the same album to us all over
Mm.
again?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Deluxe, normally what happens is the album, I take an album and then change a few things in the album. Like I make a different version of the album. So now with me,
Right.
what I decided to do was to like shine a light on the music that got overlooked in the album. Like I'll give you an example of the song I did with Orezi. I think people slept on that particular song. There's a
Mm-hmm.
song called
Mm-hmm.
like a blesser. People slept on that particular song, according to me. So we decided to put them in the deluxe album and include 3 new songs, and also make remixes of 2 songs. So
Right.
it's like what I would call a starter or a dessert. Yeah, okay, men meal mwapisha number. So pattern cook a
So ka
dessert.
dessert.
Or it can also be a starter in case kunta shlim bikawako project. So
Right.
yeah, so they album yakupwisha po insara ya fasting. So but it's an interesting album. I never thought I would be putting out a deluxe album. So go check it out. My favorite so far is a song called Wingona Wilaka Day. And we just shot a video for that. So go check it out on vesesani.com. It's very easy to download to get to buy the album. The process is not as cumbersome as I am Masai we badekuipsata ama-questions chitazo chitazo
Ubabili.
chitazo chitazo it's a very easy process
Yeah.
to get yourself a soft copy of the album, so go get it.
Yes, please. So that we give you the option of Airtel money, MTN money, and you can also use your bank card. So there are no excuses, guys. Let's support the chef because he is awesome. He makes music that is the soundtrack to our life, and we love, love, love him. Mr. Chef 187, thank you so much for joining me on this live. I've had a great time. I cannot wait to meet you in person.
Is
But
it?
until then, until then, keep doing what you do.
All right, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Okay, I'll let you go now.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right. So just like that. I mean, guys, it's been a great one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the conversation. Thank you so much for all the comments. And if you haven't supported Zambian music yet, now is the time. We sell songs for as low as 10 kwacha. Every song, a single, is 10 kwacha only. Albums, depending on the length of the album, it's 10 kwacha by the number of songs on said album. And if it is over 10 songs, the album will always be 99 kwacha. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live. Until the next